Out of all the difficulties and complications that you have to discuss in regards to being a rideshare driver, there is one more unfortunate circumstance that should never happen to any driver that we got to add to the list. What up, folks? Once again, it is your boy Tim with another ride-sharing video. Racism is in the news. Now, many of you folks, if you're online, I'm sure many of you savvy viewers have already seen this viral video circulating of a racist Uber passenger. Now, we're going to discuss it, but understand this is not some type of pseudo attack on white people or whatever the hell the case may be. We understand that racism often does provoke thoughts of white people, but nevertheless, anybody can be racist. In this case, though, unfortunately, it is a white woman. It is what folks often refer to as a Karen. Now, watching the video and reading the articles associated with it, I'm not quite aware of what led to the melee between the passenger and the driver. But nevertheless, she ended up calling 911, dialing 911, and stating that the Uber driver was beating the hell out of her. But it gets way worse than that. Because while on the phone with the 911 dispatcher, she is constantly yelling out the N-word. So much so that even though I wanted to present the clip to you in the middle of my own video, I cannot do that because it is simply something that YouTube would probably censor. But she's constantly calling the driver the N-word with the hard ER. So there's no denying that she probably is a racist and certainly wants the driver to hear it. Doing it so much that even the 911 dispatcher told her to stop saying this over and over again. Now, in the video, the driver's off in the distance, so the driver is not making any effort to approach her. The driver's not being violent at all, but she's calling 911 and telling them that this driver has punched her and is beating her ass. Now, the reason I'm bringing this to you, obviously, two reasons. First of all, for folks who might suggest that the police are not mistreating African Americans, or if as a black person, as long as you comply with the law, nothing will happen to you. The actions of this Karen and many other Karens in the past shows that even a lot of white women realize that the police can be used as an ally against African Americans. Simply make up a story of violence as a white woman, and when the cops show up in regards to a black guy, the cops are going to beat the hell out of you. In fact, the woman says it in the video. Fortunately, probably due to the fact that she's using the N-word so much, the cops show up and determine the Uber driver wasn't doing a damn thing wrong. And I do believe after the video went viral, they decided to actually charge the passenger with a misdemeanor or something of sorts. It's clearly a fake call to 911 trying to get this driver in some serious trouble. And make no mistake about it, we all know, regardless of what skin color you may be, when the police show up, whether they're called on something legitimate or something fraudulent, like in this case, getting angry with the police for questioning you for something you didn't do can lead to you being charged in real life. So when you make these bullshit calls on folks, you are putting them in harm's way, because when the police show up, they're going to oftentimes at least consider what the call is about. Fortunately, like I stated, this woman was using the N-word on the phone over and over again, giving herself discredibility. But I want to bring this to you drivers, my veteran drivers out there. Out of all of the shit we deal with, including passengers trying to beat our ass, carjack us, rob us, all of that bullshit, have you ever had to deal with a racist passenger? And this does not just apply to minorities. Like I stated earlier in the video, a minority can be racist towards someone white. Do you believe you've ever encountered a passenger that was treating you like shit simply because of the way God created you? And make no mistake about it, immigrants also are often victimized by this. A lot of folks do not want you in the country, do not like the fact that you can barely speak English. Some of the immigrants who are just picking up English as a second or third language. So a hell of a lot of Americans that are not fond of folks like that. So as a rideshare driver, understand that in some markets, simply being born a certain color or being here from a certain country can put you at yet another disadvantage, another set of odds with some of the damn passengers out here. In my humble opinion, what this woman did should probably be charged as something a bit stronger than a misdemeanor. I don't know if I want to pin a felony on the woman, but she certainly was trying to get a felony pinned on the driver, suggesting that he's beating the hell out of her and all of that could cost him his livelihood and his freedom. She should get in some real trouble for that. But just wanted to bring it by you because I'm curious to see, is this something that is really prevalent in the industry? Dealing with racist passengers. Wow. And if so, if you've ever encountered a passenger that was treating you like shit because of your God-given creation, how did you handle it? What do? Do you report it to Uber or Lyft? We know, all of us drivers know, as long as Uber or Lyft is getting a fare from that passenger, they often don't give a damn what the customers are going through. Nevertheless, let your boy know in the comments. As always, subscribe to the damn channel. See you in the next video.